Hi, welcome to SBR Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. We are previewing Week 2 in the NFL preseason with brand new handicapping guest Justin Batt from IlluminatiSports.ca. There he is on the camera. That's what these Illuminati guys look like. You know, not shadowy conspiratorial figures. Looks like a normal dude, you know, with a hat. He's going to give us some thoughts on Denver, San Francisco. Justin Batt, thanks for being with us.
It's always a pleasure, Peter. Thank you very much.
All right, before we get into Denver, San Francisco, tell us a little bit about what Illuminati Sports is all about.
Well, Illuminati Sports was founded in 2012. We are a homegrown Canadian business and very proud of it. We provide clients with professional sports handicapping services from A to Z, and that ranges from seasonal passes all the way to monthly subscriptions. So there is a package for every single subscriber out there. We also have a free pick every day, and we have 2 seasons thus far, and both are winning records. We have nothing but positive feedback coming on social media, and now we're with SBR, and I look forward to doing many videos with you guys in the future. Okay,
sounds great. San Francisco and Denver is a game we're going to discuss right now. San Francisco, a 3.5-point favorite. Total is 40, and you know, the Broncos. The San Francisco was blasted by Baltimore in their first game. So do they bounce back here? I'm not exactly sure. You have to assume that that Peyton Manning is not going to see too much action here. Peyton Manning, he's Illuminati, right?
We won't have to think, Peter. But you know what? Last Super Bowl performance, he blew it pretty hard.
Yeah, I think so. So the focus for Denver is I think on their defense, which is a little bit retooled. They added DeMarcus Ware, and is DeMarcus Ware Illuminati?
Yes, DeMarcus Ware.
He is. All right. Okay. Now I'm not going to ask you about. I'm not going to ask you about every player, but I'm just so curious. All right. So you know, if Denver's retooled on defense, you got to figure that Peyton Manning and Colin Kaepernick are not going to see too much action here. You know, it would be an interesting matchup in the regular season, but I'm thinking that the under 40 might be the way to go. It might be a defense, you know, focusing a lot more on defense and a little bit more of a conservative, normal game plan that doesn't involve the top teams. Is that what you like here, under 40?
Actually, Peter, I'm leaning towards a side here more so.
Okay.
So I'm actually not leaning anything on the over-under, but I'll get in a couple stats, and then I'll get right to the pick. So the Denver Broncos and San Francisco 49ers, they haven't played a whole lot against each other. I was reading up on it. I believe Denver 6 wins, 7 losses all time against the 49ers. That's a pretty shady stat, in my opinion. As you said, 49ers had a very dismal 3 points last week against the Ravens. 20 points, 3 touchdowns for the Broncos against the defending Super Bowl champion Seahawks last week for the Broncos there. That's great. But like you said, Peyton Manning and bicep kisser Colin Kaepernick probably aren't going to be seeing a whole lot of playing time, maybe a quarter each out of both or less. But it's going to be battle of the backups here. Manning was 10 for 13, 78 yards. He's good for a quarter, like I said. Some big boosts, though, for the Broncos. Juwan Thompson had a very impressive showing at running back last week. He had 59 rushing yards, and Demaryius Thomas also led by example in the receiving with 5 catches for 52 yards, making Denver look like that offensive firepower that John Fox wants him to be. They also had a 70% third down conversion, and they were 100% in red zone efficiency. Pretty impressive.
Yes.
As for the 49ers, no success on third down. They were 2 for 9 at 22%. There was a fumble for Peyton Manning last week and a pick for Osweiler, which makes you know, Denver could be coughing up the ball a little bit here, especially if that Osweiler guy's playing a majority of the game. The 49ers, though, have a really big lack of depth beyond Colin Kaepernick, but however, they have more variety in the play calling here. So this game's kind of a toss-up as far as I'm concerned. I wouldn't bet the farm on it, but it is definitely worth betting. Jim Harbaugh has an all-time preseason record of 8-5, and he's 3-1 in both 2012 and 2013, respectively. So he only has 1 losing preseason thus far under his wing. John Fox, however, on the flip side in his last 4 seasons, has a slight above 500 coaching average record in the preseason. But here's an interesting one. 7 out of his last 8 previous years have been either 500 or worse. So that's definitely a stat we want to take a quick look at, and you never know, we could zoom in on it and could pay its dividends this week.
Okay, so sounds like you're leaning San Francisco -3.5. That's the way I was leaning, and I know that Dr. Bob is also leaning that way as well. Is the Illuminati Network leaning San Francisco -3.5 as well?
Peter, I don't know. I think the more I talk to you, the more you're going to be a part of it, and you might not even know it.
Yeah,
I'm going with
possibly.
San Francisco -3.5.
Okay, I'm convinced. I'm sold. I'm gonna bet this one for sure. San Francisco -3.5. Thanks so much. Talk to you again very soon.